Hart fans, thank you so much for tuning into the Butch Hartman Realm of Fun. No, that's a bad title. We'll get rid of that. I'm so glad you guys are here today. Okay, Teen Titans Go. Some people love it. Some people kind of love it. Anyway, what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section below. I know you're probably big fans. And you know what? Years ago, if Cartoon Network had come to me and said, hey, Butch, we want you to make Teen Titans into a cartoon, I would have said, cool, awesome. And then they would have said, we want you to make it a comedy. And I would have said, no. Because, you know, I just didn't see it as a comedy. But I think what they've done on Teen Titans Go is pretty cool. Those guys have done a great job over there. But I'll tell you one thing. There is one DC property out there that no one is doing that is a team of heroes that should be made into a cartoon comedy. It's a comic book series I've loved my whole life. And it doesn't get any respect, but I'm here today to give it respect. I am going to reboot, ready? The Legion of Superheroes. They were created back in the 1950s. The Legion of Superheroes were kids from the future with superpowers. They were big fans of Superboy, and they came back in time to tell him how awesome he was. And he got to know all of these superhero people from the future. It was really cool. I have a lot of respect for Legion of Superheroes, and no one's doing anything with it. So now it is time to reboot the Legion of Superheroes. Here's a cool title. Legion of Superheroes. What would I do? I think, and this is just crying out for like a school or a club. I mean, they're already in a club, but I think some kind of a school environment. We have to give them a superhero teacher. You remember that movie Sky High? I think we do like a superhero school sort of like that. It's like Sky High. It's like the X-Men. I think they go to superhero dances. I think they go to superhero lunch. Super cafeteria. I think they have a superhero sleepover. That'd probably be the title of my first episode, Superhero Sleepover. That's got comedy written all over it. I think they have superhero tests that they do. I think superhero field trip. They go on a field trip. They gotta get permission slips from their parents. That's the whole episode. Getting permission slips from their parents. They gotta have superpowered parents, I would think, right? So what do those people look like? What are the superhero parent-teacher conferences like in this show? We're gonna find out someday. Here's a couple cool drawings of what I would do if I were to reboot the Legion of Superheroes. Okay, let's start off with Saturn Girl, Imra Ardeen. Believe it or not, I actually know the name of this character. Again, like I said, I used to read the Legion of Superheroes all the time. And if you think about it, the book has been around for so long, since the 1950s. It actually predates the X-Men, and it is basically the X-Men. You know, Marvel's X-Men came after. I don't think Stan Lee was intentionally trying to steal from the Legion of Superheroes. I just think it's a team of super cool teenagers with superpowers. It's interesting. It's like she's from Saturn, therefore her name is Saturn Girl. I do think her name might have been able to be more creative. Like it's like saying I'm Earth Guy. Her design's real simple. So I'm bouncing between looks. You know, there's kind of the older, more mature look, and then there's the sort of young, kind of cartoony look too. So I'm kind of leaning toward the younger look only because I want to make the characters as young as possible while still having them be able to have cool dialogue and things like that. So this is a couple shots at Saturn Girl. I think she's really cool. I also think she could be kind of a wise girl. I think she'd probably have a couple of smart remarks. I think she'd be kind of a tough chick and have to kind of, you know, constantly break up arguments between the guys in the superhero Legion. I had a lot of fun doing these sketches too, just drawing in my sketchbook. I've kind of taken more to drawing on my iPad and using the digital art, but it's always a blast to go back to the sketch pad and just draw in pen and have drawings that even if the power went out, the drawings would last forever. Unless, of course, you know, they fell into a fire or something. This is Lightning Lad, and he's sort of the de facto leader of the Legion of Superheroes, and he has just had a lot of incarnations over the years. In the 1950s, he had this kind of conservative haircut, and his costume was just, if you don't mind my saying so, just kind of terrible. They had this really silly costume on him, and just the belt on his original costume is so weird. I don't understand what this kind of a girdle, puffy, cinnamon roll belt they've got around his body. I tried to keep his costume sort of the same. I wanted to honor the original look of the costume. And I also kind of am partial to the 70s Lightning Lad as well. Just two bolts of lightning coming over his shoulders, and I wanted to kind of maybe get into that a little bit. I would imagine that my version of the Legion characters at this age would probably be around Danny Phantom's age, so there might be a little Danny Phantom familiarity in here. What a cool character Lightning Lad is. Garth Rands, that's his name. I actually know the name. Can you believe I'm such a nerd? I know the real names of these heroes. Very cool stuff with Lightning Lad, and just had a great time drawing him. I really like his power, and I'd love to see the kind of character he would be in my reboot. I think he's kind of the put-upon leader where he's trying to make things run smoothly and they're just not going smoothly, and maybe, you know, he always has to like power things, like maybe he has to charge everybody's cell phones, you know, maybe light up the Christmas tree with his lightning powers and stuff like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And Cosmic Boy, I mean, when they drew these comics back in the 50s, they only had a limited color palette. They really didn't have a ton of colors. I just think it's really funny that they gave Cosmic Boy a pink costume. He looks like he's made of bubble gum, or he's a giant eraser. And in the 70s, they redesigned him, and he almost had no clothing on. He was just dressed all in black. I just love the pink outfit. I think it's really cool. It's really retro, so I just kind of stuck with that design and had a great time. Like I said, again, drawing in my sketch pad. It's so much fun to actually draw these characters in pen and ink and just, have them in my sketch pad, and I can refer back to them whenever I want. Digital art is cool, but traditional art, in my book, it kind of tops it a little bit. And I love the Legion of Superhero character names. Whoever wrote them originally, it's just so funny. Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl and Cosmic Boy and Something Kid and Colossal Boy and Chameleon Boy. It's just really, really funny. Names got a lot cooler as time went on. I just kind of love the squareness or the unhipness of their names. It kind of is a very cool way to go back to the early days of comics, the silver age of comics, one of my favorite comic eras. And I just really love this franchise, and I think it'd be a great series. Okay, here's a final version of Saturn Girl. I know in my version, I think I would probably have Legionnaires not know how to use their powers, but still, I wanted to do a really cool, intense drawing of Saturn Girl here, because, she is powerful. She has to learn how to use her powers, but she does have some serious power. And I just put like some mental bubbles coming out of her head, like she's ready to just take someone out with her mental abilities. So this is Saturn Girl in my Legion of Superheroes All-Star Superhero Comedy Show. Okay, final color version of Lightning Lad. I think this guy is awesome. By the way, all the Legionnaires can fly. They all have flight rings. And so every single Legion of Superhero member can fly. I just really dig this version. Again, he might have a little bit of Danny Phantom flavor to him. I think you guys can all see that. But I still really dig this design. I love his jacket. I love his powers. I love his, happy-go-lucky leadership attitude. And again, I just really dig this character. I think this would be an awesome, awesome series if we were to make this. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if I should make this into a show. Now, I wasn't really completely happy with all my versions of Lightning Lad. I just kept drawing him, so I decided to try another version. And in this version, I thought his body, since he's electric, he could have, like, almost in a Danny Phantom way, he can turn his body into electricity and just fly around and maybe travel through wires and travel through the internet and travel through any electronic system, because he is made of pure electricity. So here's another version of Lightning Lad, and looking a lot like Danny Phantom, but still, he's extremely cool, and he's very, very electric. And finally, here we go with Cosmic Boy. Again, he's a blast to draw. And the pink outfit, I gotta say, I toyed with what color I should make his outfit. Should I just keep it the same traditional pink or do something else? And in the end, I decided, let's do it. Let's go with the pink. Let's make him look like he's dressed like bubblegum. But I wanted to make it at least a little more cool looking. I actually think he's rocking this outfit. I think pink on Cosmic Boy looks good because, come on, he's got magnetic power. So if you make fun of his costume, he could pull the fillings out of your teeth just like real bubblegum can. So I finally decided to put all three of my final Legionnaire designs together in one big epic picture. So these designs aren't exactly the same ones that you just saw. I kind of refined them even more. Again, these characters are a blast to draw, so any design really works. It's just which one do I want to go with. So, I did another version of Lightning Lad. I've got two versions of Cosmic Boy in this picture. The one I'm doing now is a little bit more tough looking, and I kind of want to keep the tough stuff out of this version of Legion. I want to make it a lot more fun, a lot more lighthearted. I got a really cool pose here of Saturn Girl, just giving an overall feel of fun. Because come on, they're teenagers, they're in the future, they have superpowers. I mean, yes, there are some serious moments, but they gotta just, in the end, have a great time doing what they do. So just putting all these designs together was so much fun, and coloring them all is a blast too. Trying to keep, again, to their traditional colors based on their 1950s designs, trying to make them look a little more modern too. So, giving Lightning Lad this power coming out of his eyes, and a Saturn Girl with her mental powers coming out of her head and everything, and just, keeping it fun, keeping it lighthearted. I really dig this drawing. I hope you guys do too. I can really see when all these drawings come together like this, I can really see this coming together as an animated show, and I think it would really, really rock. So Legion of Superheroes, the comedy version, and man, it would be cool. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you who all of these awesome heroes are. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to take a clip from my other channel, Speech Bubble, my podcast channel. I already did an episode of this and I talked all about it. So here, check out this clip and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, Butch Hartman here. Welcome to Speech Bubble. We're talking about a group of superheroes today.
The Justice League?
No, we're talking about the Legion of Superheroes that came out in the 1950s. And now I've captured them in this little box. Roll the theme music. Okay, so there was a group of heroes created in the 1950s around Superboy. Now, Superboy was the child version of Superman because everything Superman was so popular, they kept making different iterations. We're using the word iteration a lot. I love it.
Yes, the best. That's
Different
our
versions.
keyword of the day.
Exactly. I'm ready. They were using a lot. They just did a lot of versions of Superman in the 1950s. So they had this group of heroes from the future who worshipped Superboy, and they came from the future to introduce themselves to Superboy. And they were called, drumroll, the Legion of Superheroes.
Very cool.
And I happen to have here, for the video people, I happen to have this cool action playset. Actually, it's not really a playset, but it's this cool collection of figures of the Legion of Superheroes. All right, so would you like me to introduce this to you?
Yes, please. Introduce me to the whole cast.
And I used to love the Legion of Superheroes. In fact, and they were around for a long time. I think they still have a comic book.
Do they
of
only
them.
exist in the comics, or was there ever a TV show or anything?
No, never a TV series, never a movie. But
so they were very popular then, right?
No, they were very popular because
okay.
they're still in comic. They're still comic books.
Oh, okay.
And they've been around since the 1950s, the Legion of Superheroes. So let me just walk you through this playset.
Okay.
So the girl's name is Saturn Girl. Okay. Because she comes from the planet Saturn.
Oh.
Close, not Uranus. Saturn.
Oh, okay.
I think everyone should come from Uranus, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. So Saturn Girl, and her real name is Imra Ardeen.
Ooh, very
Right.
Very odd.
And she has the power. Ready?
Oh, here we go.
She has
the Saturn powers.
She has her power. In fact, everyone on Saturn has this power. She has
to put rings on people?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she drives a Saturn vehicle. No, I'm kidding. She actually has the power to read minds.
Oh, okay. Why
Read
Saturn
minds.
Girl then?
I have no clue.
I hope there's Prius Boy next.
Yeah, no, Prius Boy.
Yeah.
Yes. Camry Girl and Toyota Lad. Okay. The next one, this guy here in the manly pink suit is Cosmic Boy. And Cosmic Boy, want to know Cosmic Boy's real name?
Yeah.
His real name is Rock Kryn.
What is he? What planet is he from?
He's from. It says right here. His homeworld is Braal, Braal. No, you know what this is like? This is really an early version of the X-Men. Really, if you think about it, they're all teenagers with powers.
But they don't have bizarre names. Like
I know exactly.
Scott Summers is Cyclops'
exactly right,
name.
and Logan is his name. Yeah. So this is Rock Kryn from Braal, and he has magnetic power. So he's basically Magneto.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so he's pretty powerful. This dude here, can we see that in the camera? Yeah. That dude is, with the lightning bolts, is Lightning Lad. And he can absorb, generate, and project lightning.
Ooh, I would have never guessed.
His real name is Garth Rands, with two Z's.
Or Garth Brooks, is that him?
You know, Garth Rands.
Oh, okay.
And he's from the planet Winath.
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 Oh, wow. He must win every battle.
No, he doesn't. Next person here, this guy with the antennas, is Chameleon Boy. Chameleon Boy.
Just an adjective with boy,
or
man,
lad, or girl.
Yeah.
Or girl. And there's lass. We get to lass later
good.
on.
Wow, a little variety.
We don't have any lasses in here.
Okay.
But later on we will. The Chameleon Boy can turn into any shape and assume the shape and coloration of any life form.
So like Mystique, kind of, right?
Mystique or Beast Boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that.
Or the chameleon in TUFF Puppy.
Or the chameleon. Yes, the chameleon. And Chameleon Boy's real name is Reap Daggle.
What?
Yeah.
Reap Daggle.
Reap Daggle. And he
sounds like somebody vomited and they're like, that's a good name.
Ooh, by the way, that's my new catchphrase, Reap Daggle.
Hey, don't forget to Reap Daggle, everybody.
Don't forget to Reap Daggle. And his home world is the planet Durla, which sounds like a laundry soap.
Yeah.
If you can't get rid of this stain, get Durla.
I live on the planet Tide.
So this next guy is actually related to Superman, but he's a future version of his family.
Okay.
His name is Mon-El.
Okay.
This is the guy in the red suit there. His name is Mon-El, and he has all the same powers that Superman has, Superboy, but he's from the future. So Mon-El, his homeworld is Daxam.
Why isn't it Krypton?
It's not Krypton. It's Daxam.
Because it exploded.
But Daxam is just like Krypton. It's like a sister world of Krypton.
Okay.
When under a yellow sun, he gains powers similar to a Kryptonian. So Daxam is a similar planet. And Daxam didn't explode.
Nice.
Look at him.
Good
So
for
Daxam,
him.
yeah.
Well, good for him.
Where am I at now?
Good for Mon-El.
This guy, the green guy, there's a green guy here. That's Brainiac 5.
Oh, okay.
Brainiac 5.
Like, isn't Brainiac a villain?
Brainiac's a villain of Superman, but this is a good Brainiac because it's a future version.
Because he's the fifth.
Brainiac 5, right. His homeworld is Kolu. His real name, ready? Oh, wait, by the way, I didn't give you Mon-El's real name. Mon-El, Kal-El.
Why isn't Mon-El his real name?
Mon-El is his name. His real name is Lar Gand. And Mon-El's his superhero name.
Why does anybody have a semi-real name?
Because it's the future.
Oh, okay.
The future.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay. Brainiac 5.
What's your name going to be in the future?
My real name is going to be Blank Stare.
Stare.
That's my name, Blank Stare.
That sounds way better than that.
My real name will be Blank Stare.
That sounds cool.
And I'll be from the planet Shut Up.
My name's going to be Joingo Flingo.
Joingo Flingo.
Yeah.
I love that, and Blank Stare. Okay, Brainiac 5's real name is, you're going to love this one.
Oh, here we go.
Quirrell Docs.
Squirrel Doctor?
No, Quirrell.
Dr. Squirrel?
Quirrell Docs.
Quirrell Doc.
And his homeworld is Kolu.
Colon?
Kolu.
I'm
C-O-L-U.
Yeah, I know.
And he has the power. He's a 12th level and his 12th level intelligence gives him unparalleled scientific and strategic abilities, which is what you have.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I hired you for the podcast.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm just not showing it through the podcast. I want to keep my powers hidden.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
And now I appreciate that. I think the world does too.
Yes.
The last dude in here, and he's a much bigger figure when you see him, and you see him on YouTube. He's like twice the size of any other figure. That's Colossal Boy, and Colossal Boy. His homeworld is Earth from the future. He's from future Earth. He has the power to grow to heights of up to 25 feet. And his real name is Jim Allen. But Jim...
Oh, there's a real name.
Hold on. Jim is spelled G-I-M.
Of course.
Jim, like Gim Allen.
Gim Allen.
A-L-L-O-N. Gim Allen, Jim Allen, yeah. So these are the original members of the Legion of Superheroes.
They had one realistic name. They're like, you know what? No.
It's the future.
Yeah, we got to spell it Gaim.
I can see these guys in the 50s going, well, I'm smoking a cigarette. Hey, Billy, I'm smoking a cigarette. Hey, Fred, I'm smoking a cigarette too because it's the 50s. We're smoking.
And this is a radio show. We got to tell what's going on.
And we're coming up with new names for future heroes. And that's what it's going to be. Legion of Superheroes as a comedy cartoon. I'm telling you, that would be an epic smash hit. What'd you guys think? What was your favorite Legion of Superhero character? They're called Legionnaires, by the way. Just saying. I know all these nerd things. I think it'd be a pretty cool cartoon. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see me do more of the Legion of Superheroes, I'm happy to develop this cartoon with you guys as long as it takes. I think it'd be a lot of fun, actually. The more I was working on it, the more I got excited about it. On the big whiteboard today, we're going to draw a character. He's kind of depressed. He's kind of sad, but you know what? He gets lifted up all the time by his friends Mikey and Bunsen. And that is, of course, played by the great Jerry Trainer, Commander Cone from Bunsen is a Beast. Here we go. And don't forget, art gives you power. Use it wisely. Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the NOOG Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.